Alright, well this one has been long awaited. You guys have been waiting for me to tackle the Battle Factory. Well, here it is. I didn't even shave for this, man. It's only been 2 days ever since I shaved. That's crazy how fast my hair grows back. I mean, that's nuts. No, seriously, that's nuts. I mean, I'm sick of it. Like, I have to shave every, like, half a day or something like that. So I'm gonna shave straight after this. I'm just hella excited, just like how you are right now to view my video. Yo. Real talk, man, the Battle Factory is like one of the hardest facilities in the Battle Frontier in general. I don't even have to tell you guys any of that at all. But anyway, it looks like my opposition, the first person is going to have an Aggron, a Swampert, and a Politoed, if I got that correct. So what I'm going to have to do is, I noticed that the Evar has Cross Chop. Good. So I'm going to lead off with the Vileplume. It looks like my opposition may lead up with the Politoed because that's what the informant scientist just told me that my opposition will lead out with. And then afterwards, the Swampert should be fine. But then again, yeah, I should be fine. Never mind. What am I concerned about? One thing you want to keep note about the Battle Factory is that you can make swaps after every battle. So you have the opportunity to switch out your Pokemon that you might carry out of the first 6 bunch that the scientists made available to you with one of the Pokemon that you ended up, defeating. But one thing you want to keep note of is that when you go to swap out for that Pokemon that you just beat, you have to keep in mind, with your own internal memory of what the opposition's moves were, because when you go to make that switch, the summary won't be there. Like, the attack won't be there or anything like that until you're already in battle. Then you get to view the summary and all that other jazz and what the Pokemon is holding or whatever like that. So keep that in mind. Another note that you want to keep in mind, this is very crucial for later on, this will help you out later on when you go out for the colored medal, is that you want to make a swap every turn. Even if the Pokemon, even if something, just in your mind just seems dumb or kind of, like counterproductive, you guys do want to make a swap every turn, because after every 7 swaps, you have the opportunity of getting another EV trained Pokemon. So like, you see how I had that first 6? Every 7, right, when you go and they say, well, I hope you come again after beating a whole wave of people, when you go back in, you'll notice another Pokemon that you have, that the scientist makes available to you, is EV Train. And you want to keep accumulating that. By the time that you get up to the last wave, when you meet the colored medal, why am I stuttering so much? The colored medal for the Battle Factory, you'll notice that all 6 Pokemon are EV trained. If you haven't been doing that, then you'll kind of put yourself at a disadvantage for later on. If you guys do know that. I don't know if you guys do know that or not, so I'm just letting you know, because knowledge is power, and that's what the Battle Factory symbol is all about, knowledge. Anyway, it looks like he has a Weavile, so I'm hella scared because I locked myself with the Ingrain, so I can't switch out or anything like that. So I'm like, okay, hope you don't have an Ice move. I mean, it will be helpful for later on when I do decide, if I decide to pick you. It all depends on what my opposition may have, according to what the lady will tell me. But hope you don't have an Ice move, and he doesn't showcase it anyway. So round 3, right, I'm gonna take a huge risk with the Weavile because I saw the Night Slash. So I saw that this thing had my opposition's gonna have a Slowbro. So I don't want to keep Weavile in there because, I don't want to keep Vileplume in there because it might have Psychic. So, I just want to try out the Weavile, see what it has. It has a Fake Out, Night Slash. You can't go wrong. That's like standard, right? Fake Out, Night Slash, something else, and something else. Well, I know what something else is right now. It has it actually does carry the Ice Punch. So I was like, whoa, okay, that's a good gamble and ended up paying off. You guys don't want to really do that in later on batches, but yes, it does. Then comes the Togekiss. Extreme Speed is gonna do a little sliver, just under half. I think that's like 49.8 something percent if you want to be precise. But yeah, and because the Shiftry gonna die to an Ice Punch, and let's see what else. Done a bit of research. Tentacle, Shuckle, and Heracross. So Slowbro. That Slowbro will work pretty good. That Weavile won't really be too good anymore because Tentacle and what other jazz. So first couple of rounds, I'm just doing it based upon type advantage, not really paying attention to like the hold items. But then when you want to progress a little bit further, you're gonna have to pay close attention to things like that because it can butt you in the ass. And this is the Battle Frontier, so they will hack the fuck out of you. you know, if you're not careful. So anyway, I'm just gonna set up one Calm Mind, which is great. This is a Calm Mind and Slowbro. That's amazing. I'm liking the rental Pokemon that I'm getting so far. So Heracross and Shuckles stands no chance. Of course, I'm assuming they even have like the Mega Horn. So I was excited. So Tauros, Houndoom, and something else I wasn't paying attention to, which is bad again. I don't need the Aglon, so I think I'm just gonna switch out for the Tentacle because of the Pokemon I just saw. So Tauros, Slowbro, let's yawn for a little bit, and afterwards go for the Calm Mind while he sleeps. To prepare myself for the remaining Pokemon, I'm just gonna Calm Mind again. And afterwards, I should be able to take it out with the Psychic, which I do. Great. So in comes the Houndoom, so I'm like, alright, we just surf, he go, and Slowbro goes first, which worries me. I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, wait a minute, that thing doesn't get Miracle, it gets countered. I'm like, alright, so he goes to the Roar. So unfortunately, it roars me out. My +1 is gone, it's gone. It's gonna go for the Screech, the Thunder Punch, Screech, Thunder Wave, Thunder Punch, and Crush Chop. I'm not too fond of this Evar anymore, it doesn't really serve too much of a purpose anymore, in my opinion. In comes a Flareon, Empoleon, and a Abomasnow. So I mean, I guess Evar can stay because Crush Chop can hit Abomasnow and, you know, Thunder Punch as well. So Thunder Punch can hit something else I just read. I just forgot. I have poor memory. The Battle Factory is not for me. I have piss poor memory, ladies and gentlemen. Just, you know, fun factor. Anyway, Flareon, I'm gonna obviously keep the Slowbro. Go for the yawn while I set up the what's it called, the Calm Minds. I wasn't expecting a Baton Pass, and more importantly, since he Baton Passed instead of just switching out, I thought he was gonna go to sleep. I was like, no, damn, go to sleep. So he's gonna go for the Giga Drain as I go out to my Toxicroak, go for the Poison Jab, and take that thing out. In comes the Empoleon, and I'm like, okay, I don't have to fight him. Let's just knock off to get more knowledge, see what, you know, the Empoleon does have. Knock up something irrelevant, so go figure. Alright, Metal Claw and Aqua Jet. Waterfall, not really doing too much to my Silver. I do definitely want to put this to sleep because the Waterfall damage as well as the hail is accumulating. I don't have the leftovers because I'm not playing Wi-Fi. So, Psychic. And Psychic again, I should probably go for the Surf, but I guess I was just banking on the Special Defensive Drop. I don't even know why. But Brick Break and the Hail is going to be able to take out the Empoleon, so double down. And Toxicroak, in comes the Flareon, which is his last Pokemon, and it's going to get poisoned. Not before finishing me off with the Fire Fang, so the accumulation with the poison and the Hail is going to be enough to take out the Flareon. So this is the last battle of the first wave. He has a Meganium, Hippowdon, and something else. I could use Flareon, I guess, as for Meganium, but then again, I have something else for that, the Toxicroak. So I can actually go for Abomasnow because that's great. Meganium and Hippowdon take super effective damage from either one of my stabs. So I'm just gonna switch right out into Abomasnow. I do, unfortunately for this guy, have the Ice Beam. I was like, yes, you know. So Ice Beam is gonna be able to take out the Meganium. Ampharos comes in, I'm like, alright, Grass Missile, let's just Grass Missile, Grass Whistle, let's just try it out. And he goes for the Fire Punch and switches up moves on me like you're playing on Wi-Fi. Okay, I see you. And plus to add insult to my injury, I get the Static. Oh shoot, that's nuts. Man, this is only the first wave. I thought the hacks was supposed to happen like, you know, wave 3 or 4 or something like that. Like, come on. So in comes the Hippowdon. I'm gonna go for the Giga Drain. Hopefully this thing doesn't have Fire Fang or anything like that. So Swagger. I don't want to be confused. So I'm gonna go for the Yawn. I guess just I don't even know why I did that. And it turns out to be beneficial towards me anyway that I went for the Yawn because I don't even know why. I was thinking that Surf wouldn't take it out. I guess because, you know, I guess I wasn't EV trained. Remember, one of the guys are EV trained. So now that I made a swap every turn of the last wave, 2 of my Pokemon should be EV trained. 2 of the Pokemon that I have access to right now should be EV trained, and the other 4 really aren't EV trained. And you know, whatever. If you guys do notice, the more that you progress is obviously, I shouldn't even have to say that because it's obvious, but the more you progress is obviously the harder it's gonna get. So the second time around, notice that she only informed me about 2 of my opposition Pokemon instead of before where she informed me about 3. So now it's like, okay, now I gotta kind of have like a, what do you call, like a wild card or something like that to give my team a little bit more balance and be prepared for anything. Because later on, spoiler, she's gonna prepare me for only 1 Pokemon. So, and afterwards she's gonna start, you know, really being a little bitch. Here comes Umbreon with the toxic. Oh god, that thing, man. Don't forget about the battle castle, man. Umbreon just smashed me. If you guys just don't know what I'm talking about, go check out the battle castle, man. This Umbreon just pissed me off. But anyway, Alakazam's no match for my Slowking. I got the Quick Claw curse thing going on. It's funny, but not really. I'm activating my Quick Claw, which is, you know, okay, whatever. I guess I can't complain. I have the Zen Headbutt too, so in an off chance I could get a probability of a flinch, even despite having all the curses. But Slowking kind of relies on a little bit of luck. I don't really like doing that, I guess. Me personally, I guess it's because I'm just so accustomed to this competitive battling crap. So. Not that it's crap, you know, I'm just making a joke, but yeah. So Kangaskhan, I'm gonna deem that it's gonna be a little less useless than the slacking. It's not a slacking, it's a Snorlax, right? Okay, so Thunder Wave and just test to see if it has the Voltorb. You never know. I mean, you never know. It could probably have Illuminate. So it does have the Voltorb. I'm gonna have to go out to my Ments and gonna go for the Dragon Claw. D-Dance Ments, man. A D-Dance Ments of rental. That is crazy. But you know, half the shit that you see here is like, how does a computer get that? You seriously a rental. So what the hell was that? I just switched out and then I switched back in and gonna go for the Earthquake? Like, okay. Okay, Rippery, I see you, man. Should get up on this 5th gen Wi-Fi battling, man. Shoot, making predictions like that. So, it comes to Gastrodon, has Fear in the Ice Beam, and Dragon Claw is going to be a 2-hit KO. Great. So, I don't know if the second one was speed type. I don't really care at the moment because I won. Quagsire and Breloom. So, I want this Snorlax out of here. Completely useless in my opinion. In comparison to this... No, this Lantern. I think I'm going to Lantern. So it has a Thunder Wave. I could get like a little bit more support, I guess. I mean, hell, I don't know, whatever. So Quagsire happens to be the first Pokemon. Oh, okay. So out to the Ments. Hopefully it doesn't have like a freaking Ice Beam or something like that. So it has a Curse, Yawn. I'm gonna go for the Search to see if it has the Water Absorb. So it's kind of dangerous for me staying in because I don't know if this thing has an Earthquake or not. It turns out not really because he's just going for the Amnesia. Hopefully this thing doesn't have Recover. So I'm gonna go for the Aqua Wing and Dive. It's not gonna do too much. So it's Amnesia, Dive, Yawn, and something else I haven't seen as of yet. So I don't want my Lantern to sleep. So I'm gonna go out to Match just to intimidate a little bit more. I'm just gonna DD up since I'm faster. And Dive, it's not gonna do too much. I'm just gonna go for the Dragon Claw, and then let's see what happens here. It's gonna go for Yawn, right? And I'm like, I could take it out, but then again, I could probably stay in and take full advantage of the fact that Quagsire's only offensive seems to be Dive, and it's not doing too much to Salamence. So I don't know what the guy's third Pokemon is as of yet, so I want to get as much D-Dances as possible. So that's why I decided to go for the D-Dance as opposed to finishing off with the Dragon Claw. And then afterwards, I'm asleep on his next Pokemon. You know, he's free to bring in whatever. So I'm gonna go. He's gonna go for the Yawn again, and I decide, all right, I'm gonna DD Dance again. You know, and then he's gonna Curse. That's his last move. So it's Amnesia, Curse, Dive, and Yawn. That's interesting, I guess. So Mess is asleep, and just wake up anytime soon. Get another D Dance up. Oh no, actually I went for the Dragon Claw. So Warren comes. Oh, you see that? You see that right there, Warren, man. If I didn't have +3, that Thunder Fang wouldn't kill at all, and I probably would have been dead right now with a Blizzard, Ice Beam, Destruction. So Breloom takes it out. Amazing. No, actually, Ments takes out Breloom. Okay. So Gardevoir and Drapion. I remember one point in time, Drapion was like my favorite Pokemon. The thing looked so intimidating, man. I was so close just now from doing the Drapion onomatopoeia that they do in the anime show. Oh god, nerdgasm much. Anyway, I'm gonna make a switch. In comes the Lantern. Psychic Discharge doesn't paralyze, unfortunately. He's gonna go for the Thunder Wave. I'm like, yes, get that free HP back. But unfortunately, I forgot about the Synchronize. Took a chance there because he didn't even trace me. So I figured that this Warren is nice actually. It's Life Orb, Crunch, Avalanche, and something else. Earthquake and something else I haven't tried yet. So he's gonna fling me the Iron Ball. Great gimmicky stuff. And Salamence is gonna come up and clean up. So let's see. This one has a Slacken and Altaria. So I don't want the lantern anymore. So kind of pointless in my opinion. He has the discharge and the thunder wave. Hello. So I'm gonna choose this Nidoking. I mean, its move pool is kind of big, so I'm guessing that it has, you know, something. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully, it doesn't have like double kick or something. So I'm looking at this move pool, and he has the sub and the focus punch. So unfortunately for him, he misses, I think, the first turn. So I have the bright powder at bat. So he's gonna go for the fire punch. I'm gonna substitute up, and I'm just gonna take advantage of Slacking's ability every turn in order to finish this thing off. 3-hit KO a normal Pokemon with focus punch. Hello. So substitute again, and then afterwards gonna go for the focus. What did it say? The focal punch, focus punch, and finish this thing off. I'm gonna take another chance, right? I don't want to waste the substitute. Go for the focus punch again, and then Aqua Jet is obviously gonna take out the substitute. Focus punch does finish off the Empoleon. Then comes the Altaria, and then afterwards Horn Drill. Ah, shit! What was that, little king? I have to replay that 4 times. Destruction. Oh god. All right. So Flareon and Porygon Z. Oh shit. Yo, Little King is too much for me, man. I can't even use this shit no more. Seriously. Goodbye. So it comes on Porygon, right? So. Oh shit. Yeah, I wouldn't be laughing if that was me, man. That shit is so stupid. Horn Drill, get the fuck out of here. So, alright, so Flareon comes in, and I have the Empoleon, I have the Aqua Jet, which I just saw. I remember this thing having the Aqua Jet. So, I wanted to test to see if it had like the superpower or something like that. I didn't want it to use superpower and then afterwards, you know, kill off my Empoleon or whatever. So, I wanted to match to intimidate it a little bit more. In comes his Porygon Z, and then I'm just gonna Drill Peck it, and then Drill Peck it. And then afterwards, finish off with the Aqua Jet. Yeah, that's nice, amazing. And comes the Mega, so I do have the Rock Slide, and he's gonna go for the Steel Wing. Not able to do much to Empoleon thanks to his typing anyway. So, let's see, Tangrowth and Gardevoir. So, all right, I don't need this Empoleon right now. So Tangrowth, Gardevoir, yeah, Mega, yes, dual stab, man. So hopefully this thing isn't completely physical, and it turns out that it is. So I'm like, shh. Ring Out did a fuck ton of damage, man. Ring Out does a lot of damage based upon your opposition's HP. So the more HP that I would have is the more damage it would do. Solar Beam is enough to take me out despite me being quite resistant to it. So he's gonna go for the Ring Out again, like I said. I just wanted one D-Dance up for the later on. I guess Gardevoir comes in. I guess if I didn't have the +1 D-Dance with the Dragon Claw, would have made it able to finish off the Gardevoir just now. So I have the Fire Fang. I was like, crap, I don't have the Earthquake or anything like that. Hopefully I get a burn or a flinch for my survivability, but that doesn't happen. It doesn't even matter anyway because Warren has the Earthquake. So that's game number 7 again, and this is the end of wave 2. We are going to obviously go to wave 3 to take on the Battle Frontier Brain, which is Thornton. So yeah, the anime told me that he's a fag, so we gotta take him out. Anyway, the third one, now we should have access to 3 EV trained Pokemon. So Expert Belt, Air Slash, Aura Sphere, Psychic, that's crazy right there. I don't even know, okay. So Scope Lens, Quick Claw, Manectric. And Wide Lens, I'm not too fond of that Leaky or that one, or whatever. Alright, so I chose Manectric because of what the opposition has, but if it wasn't that, if that wasn't the case, I would have went with that Togekiss, man. That looks badass, man, with the Expert Belt and all that other coverage moves that it had. So in case of Altaria, I do have the Ice Fang, yes, quite weak against Ice type attacks. Then comes the Explode and Quick Claw Manectric. Makes perfect sense. I'm gonna try that out later on, please. And tell me how you feel about Quick Feet Jolteon. You know what I mean? That makes sense too. Okay, thanks, Game Freak. Alright, but Night Slash, and he's gonna go for the Avalanche. It's like, no. So I'm down to 1 Pokemon. No, I'm not losing no more, man. I just said that. Overheat. Dang, man, I'm not losing. You thought this was Focus Sash? Seriously? Okay. Alright, okay. Yeah, pointless. Thanks for playing. So, I'm not losing no more. I'm not gonna get smashed. Alright, so Manectric has to go. That shit is so retarded. Alright, so I'm gonna switch out for Executor, I believe. And then let's see what happens here. Licky Licky, hopefully he doesn't have like Ice Beam Shadow Ball. Oh, thank you. I'm hoping for one move that's not super effective. Speed Tie? Okay, now I'm upset. Because I have the Trick Room up in play and now nothing happens. I have the Sleep Power. I was about to put you to sleep. Dang. Sucks. Man, Executive sucks anyway, man. Harvest these nuts. Anyway, yo, the Trick Room dissipated, and Alkanon's gonna get off a nice Overheat in the Sun, not before dying to a Crush Claw, and then afterwards, Anchigo's gonna finish off the damage. So Night Slash and then Sucker Punch. Great. And then Tangrowth is gonna die to a series of Drill Pets, which is nice as well. I don't need this Honchkrow. It's kind of slow. I don't know. Depends on what the opposition has, which is a Firefly and Flareon. Tells me a lot. Thank you. Executor. Bye. Cut it. Goodbye. Man, there's nothing really to choose from, so I chose Slacking, I guess. Slacking was doing much damage. So Flareon's going to endure a Crush Claw, which is disappointing. Alright, so afterwards I'm going to switch out into Arcanine and get the, I'm just going to get the Sunny Day. White Herb, you wasted my White Herb on a Sand attack. Okay. Alright, so Politoed comes in. I'm thinking he's gonna go for a water attack. I'm just gonna hit this thing with the Solar Beam for dying, which is great over half HP, but it goes for Parasol like a dumbass. Like I'm gonna stay in after 3 turns anyway. It's not even like Parasol is effective. I mean, it's not like, yeah, I mean, whatever. In a 3 versus 3 anyway. I mean, not a Wi-Fi 3 versus 3, but like this kind of 3 versus 3. It's like, it's obsolete in my opinion. So this thing paralyzes me for no reason. It's gonna die to a Night Slash, which is great. So battle number 4, Outrage Gyarados. Gyarados is always upset, isn't it? So I'm looking at my Honchkrow. I'm like, okay, Honchkrow, I want to keep my Arcanine for later on, just for, I guess, type coverage or whatever like that. I noticed that Slacking does have Thunder Punch. That's great. And I'm just going to decide to get rid of the Honchkrow, which can be detrimental, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I want to try out this Ambipom with the Thunder Wave. So, in comes the Gyarados, and Gyarados, unfortunately, despite it intimidating my Slacking is a monster. I think it's one of the EV trained Pokemon that I had access to. So, alright, Arcanine comes in, and then he's gonna hit me with the Stone Edge, which was like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here. So, Ambipom comes in, and this has to be the dumbest Ambipom set in existence. So, my man has Thunder Wave, Protect, Fake Out, and Last Resort. That's, what? Why? And then in comes a Miss Magius, which tells me that my moveset is like obsolete. It's pointless. Thank you. I already know that. Jesus Christ. But I guess that would be great for a little kid, man. I mean, a little kid would have ran that. But, you know, if Miss Magius came in or whatever like that and you have to switch out, it's like, yo, man, this move pool sucks. Learn that shit at level 5. I mean, sorry, age 5, you know? So, alright, he has a Giga Drain Shiftry. And, I think I'm going to go for the Pinsir. So, yeah, make Pinsir my first Pokemon. So, Shiftry takes quad damage from bug type attacks, being Grass and Dark. So, it's going to go for the double team, and X-Scissor, it's going to find, Seek, and Destroy. Then comes the Houndoom, which takes neutral damage from that, so I don't want to take that risk, and I'm going to go for the Dragon Pulse. He goes for Endure. He's going to Endure again for the second time in a row, and I'm afraid of this thing having the Flash Fire, which is why I'm not going for Overheat. I don't want to, you know, get the Flash Fire roost. So, here comes the Ariama, and banking on it not having a thick fat, and unfortunately for him, he doesn't. So, Overheat's going to barbecue the out of that thing, man. Crazy. So battle number 6, just one before the Battle Frontier Brain. Try attacking Porygon Z we have to deal with. So I'm gonna switch out for my Hariyama, I guess. And then let's see what happens. Hopefully this thing is guts, you know. So I mean, hey, if it didn't take it out, I mean, it did. I'm talking about the Overheat. The Overheat did take it out one shot, so it has to be guts. And he goes to the Thunder Wave. So I was like, yes. But I look in the move, and it's like, whoa, you are thick fat. Pointless. You know, pointless for me to get the paralysis is what I'm talking about. I'm like, dang, hello? So here comes the Dugong, right? He's gonna encore me into revenge, because that makes perfect sense, and he's gonna die. Thanks. You deserve that critical hit, man. Anyway, I was expecting like a share code. Oh my lord. So alright, anyway, whatever. Frontier Braid time, let's go. He's got a psychic slow, bro. So it's nice that she gave me information because normally they will hold that kind of crap. So it's like, huh, hey, the Frontier brand, you don't need to disclose any information to you, the likes of you. Please. Coming up here so flippantly like you could defeat our Frontier brains. You know, so he's gonna say like, oh, 60% or whatever like that. Pay attention to that number. It's very important because I guess that's the game's way of telling you how much percent that you have to win against that brain. So if he gives you like a low number, like 25%, like, okay, you're not winning. You know, chances are anyway. You know. So I switch out to Apollyon because I noticed last time he has a Shadow Claw, but Shadow Claw turns out not to be doing too much to Silver anyway. I mean, its effective damage is more than his Sturfs are doing, I think. And I could get a score. Yes! Critical hit, baby. Anyway, Ampharos, I'm like, alright. I could probably do some damage with the Aqua Jet before he finishes me off with an attack. I get a critical hit, which is great. Man, I'm looking pretty good right now. So, Trick Room Dissipated, and I'm gonna go for the Sunny Day because Thunder is less accurate in the Sunny Day, but unfortunately, he gets not only a hit, but paralysis, man. And he has the power gen, so I'm like, whoa, okay. All I got to do is set Sunny Day. If I knew that was gonna happen, I would have just went for the overheat. Anyway, he's down to one Pokemon. This dude would have an Entei, wouldn't he? Oh my lord, no, and the sun is up. Oh, I'm destroyed, I'm done for. Holy hell, but unfortunately for him, his Stone and just are missing, and that is not enough to take out my Slacking. I win! Head Factory, these nuts. Yeah, man. Dang. That's not over yet. I gotta go for the color medal. Anyway, viewers, this is the end of part 1 for the Battle Factory. I hope you guys had a lot of fun, and peace. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright? Peace.